everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching. Our mental health has been particularly important during this pandemic. So in today's video, I just wanted to share with you my top 10 healthy and natural self-care tips. These all apply to both anxiety and depression, and of course I'm not a doctor or a professional, so these are just based on my own personal experiences or things that I have learned along the way to deal with an anxious mind. So I've got my little notebook here today because this video is a lot longer than my previous videos, so I want to make sure that I don't miss anything out. So let's get right into it. Okay, so number one is meditation and mindfulness practice. So I've mentioned this in a previous video about meditation in my morning routine. This is a really important way to kind of take time out for yourself and focus the mind. It's a great practice for anybody. It's a fantastic remedy for emotional imbalance, and it helps to reduce stress. Personally, it improves my mood, and it also just gives me something to focus on first thing in the morning, and is a good way to set up healthily for the rest of the day. So number two is a healthy, wholesome diet. Now, we all know that the body and the mind are connected, and it is one of the best, if not the best ways to care for ourselves is to eat a clean, healthy diet that contains lots of fruits and vegetables, healthy proteins and healthy fats. It is a vital way to be kind to yourself, treat your body well and take care of your health. So number three is a gratitude or a thankful list. Now, it's a great way to remind ourselves of positive things and to reframe our negative thinking. I was gifted a little book, which I'll pop a photo up of, and it was given to me by a friend a couple years ago. So it allows you to write 3 things in it every day that you are grateful for. I try to do this as best as I can every evening before I go to bed. I try and write things that I'm really pleased with that day, and it's just generally a great little daily routine to reset a negative mindset. Number 4 is to exercise. Now, we all know the benefits of this, but a lot of the time mental health can affect our motivation. I personally know that particularly during the pandemic, which will be the case for thousands of us, it's been difficult and anxiety inducing to go outside. So it's important just to even move the body, even if you are completely staying indoors. So this can be things such as stretches or yoga. There's even something that I researched recently that's called the Tibetan rites, which is something that I want to start doing. I haven't done that yet, but that's something that I've looked into when I don't feel up to going outside. I think that's a really natural, healthy way. Just generally keep our bodies moving. It's an important part of general health, and it also links to our mental health as well. So number 5 is getting fresh air and being in touch with nature, getting sunlight and just generally being outdoors. Now, this is another one of those well-known facts that being outside in the fresh air is important for our health. Vitamin D from the sunlight, although we're not unfortunately getting a lot of that at the moment. But yeah, particularly as similarly to the previous point, in lockdown, this hasn't necessarily been easy. Particularly if you suffer with social anxiety that I do myself sometimes, it makes it hard to get the benefits of the outdoors whilst we are, in lockdown inside. But basically, it's a really good way to self-care and to clear the mind. And it's similarly, again, to the previous point, it also moves our body at the same time. Number 6 is to consider counselling or holistic alternative therapies. Now, I am personally a huge advocate for therapies. This isn't for everybody, and as obviously I said at the start of the video, I'm not a professional, so this is just based on my own experiences, and these tips are just to potentially help you. But it can really help if you're feeling overwhelmed to work through things that need processing, and things such as acupuncture or hypnotherapy, which are both things that I've tried myself, are really great natural ways to care for our mental health and work through any sort of emotions that we may have going on. Number 7 is to journal our thoughts or to make notes of how we're feeling. Now, this is a great way to clear your mind of inner chatter. I personally suffer from this myself, and I think that visualizing our thoughts and feelings actually can be a really beneficial way to work through them. So number 8 is resting in awareness and recognizing our feelings. Now, this isn't easy at all, and this has taken me a long time, and it's something that I'm still working with. But it's really, really important to not use bad habits or numbers or suppressors in whatever form that may be to cover up feelings that we have going on underneath. It's important to address the root cause of things, and this can be a really great way to work through any mental health issues that we have or any symptoms of those health issues, and it's just a great way to address anything that we may potentially be pushing down. Number 9 is aromatherapy. Now, this might not be for everybody, but I have mentioned in a previous video, which I'll pop a link up to, how I personally like to use lavender oil in my diffuser before I go to bed, as I find this really soothing. Now, essential oils can be really good as calming alternatives, and they can just generally create a really nice mood in the home, as well as naturally scented candles. They can create a nice relaxing atmosphere, and they help to calm our mood. And finally, number 10 is to just be gentle. Now, just take it one step at a time, break things down into small chunks, and just go easy on yourself. This is a learning process for everybody. The pandemic has, affected all of us in multiple ways, but I think particularly our mental health in terms of, being stuck indoors, and it's, all of these tips apply to any sort of health issues that we have going on, but just generally self-care. So just don't rush and listen to your body, and just care for mind, body and soul as a whole, and hopefully these will all help you. So them are my 10 healthy tips to care for your mental health that you can start right away. They're all things that I personally try to do myself, but of course I'm still on a learning journey as I go along. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It's always really appreciated. Take care and stay safe. See you next time.